Well, tonight's selection is from Swami Brahmananda as we knew him, or as we saw him once again. It's a little bit of a longer reading, but wow, what it contains is just beautiful and covers a nice swath of very useful ideas and images, which is why I chose it for you. So I'm going to read here for you. In the course of our conversation, the subject of our mission work came up. If one works unselfishly without desiring the fruits of labor, work does not create any bondage. Swami Vivekananda used to say, work is worship. Is it possible for everybody to meditate all the time? That is why Swamiji taught selfless service, in order to make it easy for people to reach union with God. Know that all work is the Lord's work. Learn to forget yourself while working. The aim of all spiritual practice is to destroy the sense of ego. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, when the ego dies, all trouble ceases. As long as we are egoistic, so long is he at a distance. The master used to give this illustration. As long as the manager is in the showroom, the head of the house does not go there. If anybody asks something of him, he directs that person to the manager. The fact is, very few people really want him. Most of them are forgetful of God, attracted by the many worldly objects with which Mahamaya tempts them. It is like the case of a mother who gives a pacifier to a baby to keep him quiet while she busies herself with her household task. When the baby throws the sucker away and begins to cry for her, then the mother gives up her work and runs to the baby and takes him on her lap. Work, devotion, and discrimination, each one is a path to reach union with God. With the same wholehearted devotion with which a devotee worships the Lord in the shrine, he must serve the Lord in the poor, in the sick, and in the lowly. Who are you to help another? It is only when the Lord gives you the power that you can really serve. True it is that in all creatures he dwells, but his greatest manifestation is in mankind. That is why Swamiji encouraged us to serve mankind. One must have faith that one Brahman is in man, woman, and all creatures, and that faith one must learn to serve Shiva in the form of Jiva, or the soul, the individual man. As you practice this, suddenly one day the veil will be lifted, and you will see that it is he who has become everything, man and the universe. It is he who pervades the universe in so many forms. You are that all-pervading Shiva, and thus can serve Shiva in the form of Jiva. So quite just a beautiful summary of things there, that the highest form of worship is to serve each other, to love each other. That's true worship. That's true knowledge. And really that this idea that all spiritual practice is just to get rid of our ego, this me and mine, this machine that constantly keeps us at the center of our own little universe, with everything serving us and taking care of our needs. If we can break down that ego machine, he says, all troubles will cease, all problems go away with just that, although that's a big task. So indeed, recognize God everywhere. Learn to see with those eyes, and then you'll learn to love with the heart. All of your work will fall into place.